pressure is not out there. It's not in your business, in your teams, in your client. It may feel like it is, but it's not. The pressure comes from us. It comes from how we construct reality. Someone might have the same client as you and just feel, oh, what an opportunity. Feel real calm. Know exactly what to do. Or the same business as you, and instead of it being a place to be trapped, it's a joyful experience. And the reason this is important is our internal architecture can be changed. Our internal architecture is not fixed. But if we think that the pressure is outside of us, then we can't make a difference. And we're always blaming somebody else or something else. It's that system, it's that team, it's these people on Slack that just keep messaging me. Or people who keep setting meetings at times that you don't want. When we re-own it, it's our power. How are we creating this? What is the part of our internal architecture that's generating this to begin with? When we get curious about that, we start moving away from what we call the symptom and the trigger, which is what's here on the surface, to the internal process, the internal architecture. What's the map that's generating it to begin with? And from here, this is where we do the work. This is where we make real defining change. If we're here, it's like trying to cut the leaves of a tree, right? And then we're wondering, why does it keep growing back? Because we didn't break the trunk or the roots. We kept just cutting the leaves and wondering why they grew back, because that's what trees do. And so even if you cut them, they're just going to come right back. Even if you change teams, even if you change the client you're working with, if the underlying map is generating this pressure, you're just going to feel it all over again after a temporary relief. And so, what's the solution? What do we do? Well, we have to deeply engage with that internal map, see what's happening there, re-own that as ours. Oh, how am I generating this pressure? What am I doing? Well, internally, when, let's say, they're setting these meetings, I'm feeling this stickiness. And I might realize, I'm actually generating a real critical part of me. But when they say, I don't know if this is right, or this could be better, I'm interpreting it as I'm doing wrong, I'm bad. I'm being extremely critical to myself. And so everything they say becomes intense pressure. Because it's not just about them, it's not even just about the business, it's about that deep critic that we might have taken on. And I had a client like this, and they were getting so many opportunities. They were in a part of their career managing teams where companies were just coming up to them and saying, we want you to train our teams. We want you to manage them. And he was getting so many amazing opportunities, but it was creating a sense of dread in him, a stickiness in him. So we got curious, we explored what's generating that stickiness to begin with, that criticalness. We started to realize it wasn't even his voice. It wasn't even his feeling. It come from a parent, much younger age. So we just invited that to be given back. We invited that to go, to leave. And we just really noticed the liberation underneath. A beautiful liberation. No more critic. No more stickiness. Just a real refined peace. A real sense of just, I'm good right now, as I am. From the absolute root. Not a positive mindset hack. Just emerging from him as the only logical way to actually feel right now. Because it just becomes obvious. And we wonder what happens to those opportunities that were being seen as creating dread before, creating stickiness. Well, now, just easy, effortless, no problem. I don't need to create a reality where I have to be perfect. I have to make everyone happy. And because of that, I can enjoy the process. I can enjoy working with these wonderful people, supporting these teams. And his motivation, his inspiration just went through the roof. He was waking up excited to speak to the guys, excited to review calls with them. Not because the opportunity changed, because he stopped internalizing in a way that was generating pressure. Now he was free, deeply free. And it was no longer a problem. It was simply just something he could enjoy. Because the peace was already there. The wholeness, sense of I'm good was already there. And from that place, why not work with already fantastic teams and have more power in negotiation, because I don't need them. I can take on these opportunities or I cannot. It's up to me. Instead of feeling like I have to, feeling like I need to take that on, feeling like I need to accept that meeting. He started to stand more and more in his own power. And not only did he get more opportunities and enjoy it, he was able to start doing it more and more in his way. He started negotiating. I don't like doing these call reviews all the time like this. I want to do it this way, my way. I enjoy that. And they all said yes. And they were all completely okay with it. And so now his week is not something that destroys him. It's not something that just creates tons of pressure. It's something he actually enjoys. And so it's no longer that either or of thriving in your business, running amazing teams, but hating your life and feeling tons of pressure and stress. We can have both. We can have real success, take on all these opportunities, and we can do it from real peace, real depth, real internal power, without pressure, just certainty.